We're live.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to NRL Supercoach Off the Bench podcast, coming to you on Team List Tuesday, week number 14. We haven't looked at them yet, or I haven't looked at them yet, or it's like it's a bit like opening up a Christmas present for me every single week. I do it blindly and I go, oh, holy shit, look what we've got.
Or a blind date or something like that.
Mate, a blind date. I haven't had one of those for 33 years. Come on. I haven't had one for ages. All right, we're joined today by Rossco. We're
Afternoon.
also joined by somebody that's reasonably familiar with a lot of you. Big Ted. How you going there, Ted?
G'day, fellas. How's everyone?
Yep, well, a bit cold and wet where I am, but that's pretty usual for Coffs Harbour. It never.
Well, it's always raining in Coffs, Brad, mate. Always rains in Coffs.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And now you're going over there in New Zealand. When are they going to allow New Zealanders to actually win anything in Supercoach, Ted?
No, they won't, and they don't even acknowledge the fact that we breathe over here. It's even things like SEN radio, you know, they like have the chromie hats on and you can win it and they don't send it to New Zealand because it seems like we're just an afterthought. I really don't like the Warriors, right? I'm not a Kiwi, but the Kiwis love them. But I'd like to see them win it just to stick it into them. And they can keep their nuggets, just bring the trophy over this side. That'll teach them a lesson. Anyway, boys, good evening. I hope you're all well.
Yes, it's evening over there. It's only afternoon for us. We're in early days, but still can get a beer in, so that's all right.
That's it.
Now, you very quickly, you obviously loved your Origin. I can see by your handle there, Queensland don't get Origin, so you're a Blues supporter.
They just don't get Origin, you know, like you know, they just don't pick and stick, I suppose, you know. That's just a Queensland thing, you know. They don't get it. They never have. But anyway, we'll move on.
Oh, lovely work there. All right, teams list just dropped. I'm just about to open it up myself because
I'm just loving Ted's attire, mate. I reckon he looks like he's a Tiger supporter now. I know.
I'm a Tigers. I'm a honorary Tigers supporter today, Rossco, because I know that you love him. Go the Bumblebees.
Go the Bumblebees. While you load it up, Brad, I'll start going through the first game. It's Knights versus Manly on the Knights versus Manly. For the Knights, Kalen Ponga's back at fullback after supposedly being rested last week. Fletcher Sharp reverts to 5'8", Jack Hogg at a halfback, and I believe Tyson Gamble's back to the reserves. Brody Jones, starts in the front row. Leo Thompson's facing a full-match ban for a crusher tackle. And young Elijah will make his debut off the bench. Greg Marzu is expected to play this weekend, according to our sources. He has been named on the extended bench, but I'm pretty certain he's going to play. For Manly, Gerbo's back after missing 2 games of concussion, which hurts the Jazz Tavanga owners because he goes back to the bench. Matt Lodge drops out. Josh Aioli is out with a shoulder injury, and Sipley returns on the front row. And obviously the big news is no Turbo again this week either, boys. Massive news. I don't know about you, Ted, but the Beast and I are both Lee Ihopawati owners, and I reckon this is the week, mate. I'm going to VC him. I'm not mucking around.
Oh, look, he's got it all, Rossco. He's just on fire. Turbo, mate, unfortunately, I'm an owner. You know, I got sucked in. I went from Ponga to Turbo. This has just been my season. I'm not looking for sympathy or anything. Every now and again, you're going to have a poo one. And this year, I'm just like absolutely rubbish. So just do not do what I say. But Lehigh's got it all. Tell you what, this is a good one for Brad. Clayton Fa'alolo. That's a good one, Brad. I know that'll be a tongue twister for you. But he's the one who I'm really interested in. If you watch that guy's hands last week, mate, he's just like got all the skills straight out of like the Reggies into first grade, ready, showing us that he's a superstar in the making. Load up on Manly players, boys, this week. I think it's going to be a whitewash.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just sorry, quickly, Brad, just quickly. I'm pretty sure that the Knights leak massive points to edge back rowers too. So I reckon Ola could be in for a big game here as well.
Ola?
That Fa'alogo, just quietly.
Yep.
I don't think, look, this is about his 5th game this year in first grade, so he's not really that relevant for Classic. But if you've got an option in draft, go whack on the waiver wire right now, jump on the waiver and get him into your draft team. He's very relevant in draft. So
now, hey, boys, I've just got to jump in here talking about going whack. Tell you what's given me like tremendous satisfaction this year watching Manly see, because I'm a Manly hater. I mean, who likes the Sea Eagles? Really, no one, unless you come from the peninsula, really. But I'm loving watching Nathan Brown just coming off the back fence up there and just giving it everything. It's a joy to watch. Good on you, Nathan Brown. You're giving me satisfaction.
100%. I can only agree with you on that. It's very rare that we see the back fence shuffle anymore, and they actually were kicking away from him, the Broncos, last week, and weren't allowing him to exercise his run.
Oh, look, they were kicking away, but, like it's only the weak, the inferior that kick it away from, like, tough opposition. Sort of like how Billy had his boys doing it the other day and not kicking to our boys coming off the fence. Shame on you, Queenslanders. Shame on you, Billy.
Good afternoon to you there, Chris. Thanks for joining us, mate. And also, we'll get to
Watto.
that. We'll get to Watto. We'll get to your rage trade.
G'day, Watto.
Towards the end there, mate. We know Ted loves to burn a trade or two.
Trades, I've got none left, mate. What is the antidote? Hey, if anyone has the trade rage antidote, can they just share it around? Because I've been doing this shit now for 15 years and I've never saved a trade once.
Well,
I'm the ultimate trade rager. I can't see. It's like taking a pig to a field of strawberries and going, "Don't you eat those strawberries?" I just can't help it, mate. I just go, I'm all in, mate.
I got your perfect partner in crime. His name's Biggest Dickus. You want to talk about blokes who can't save a trade? He's the man. He cannot save a trade to save his life.
Yeah, I like Biggest for a South fan. He's a good bugger too, mate. I think he's a great bloke.
All right, next game, Ross.
All right, Storm and the Cowboys. For the Storm, all their Origin players are back after being rested last week. Xavier Coates, Harry Grant. Rilero will start after coming off the bench last week. Bronson Garlick goes back to the bench. Fa'alogo goes to the reserves. Joe Tan drops to the reserves. For the Cowboys, stick to the same 17. Murray Talangi and Talmalolo are hopefully going to be available for the next round. I'm actually going to be in this game. I'm going to Melbourne this weekend. I will be there. Do I care who wins this game? Not really, but it's Supercoach relevant for me because I've got a stack of players in this game, so at least I'll have something to cheer on while I'm down there.
It's an interesting game. I actually like Pappenhausen for a vice captain option. I know it didn't work last week, but I tell you what, I got a feeling they could leak some points to the old Cowboys down there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people talking about Drinky this week too. Massive break even. I think he's got 181 break even. There's people that are actually selling him. I'm not sure why. I mean, I wouldn't be selling him at all. I mean, I think it's crazy. Unless you're selling him to you can't even sell him to Teddy because he's on a buy. So who are you selling him to? That's the $1 million question.
Yeah.
You could be selling him. Like if
Leo.
he's in your flex, though, boys, if he's in your flex, see, because this is what these are the things I've got to think about because I've got a broken turbo, and I've got Drinkwater who could, put in another 13 game like he did a fortnight ago, up against a rampant Melbourne. You could flick him off easily because he's going to lose like 150,000. Flick him off to like one of these forwards, like a Colo or someone like that, with a pretty good break even with a good job role. Going to get you 100 points, not 14. Make your money. Oh, I don't know. I know their run's juicy, Rossco, but if you don't do something radical, you could stink it right up, and he's back to 600 grand.
I'm not worried about his. I'm not worried about a price for someone like him when he's a keeper. That doesn't concern me at all, to be honest with you. I'm more than happy to even not play him this week if I have to be honest with you. I mean, their draw's pretty good after this week, to be honest with you. They go Dolphins, Roosters, the Titans. So it's not bad. I couldn't sell him, but I can see the merit in it. Yeah. If it's the only way you can get to a Leo or you can get to a Kolomatangi, then I don't hate it. But I just think for a bloke that's averaging 80, I don't think I could be selling him.
Yeah, well, there's someone coming up in the next game, which I could even take a little cheeky punt on, but we'll talk about that when we get to the next game. But I like centres that kick. There's a good cheap one in the next one. Anyway.
The only thing I'll mention about this game, the Storm, again, it's more a draft one. If in your waiver picks this week you're able to get hold of Grant Anderson, I would damn well do it. Not really relevant for Classic, but he's a great option for draft because he's going to get a bit more time, and they've chosen him ahead of Faya Logo. So, yeah.
Even Jack House too, maybe as well. Now that he's back in the centres too. So I don't mind him as an option for draft either.
All right, next game.
Next game, Dolphins versus the Dragons. All right, Dolphins. Hammer returns up fullbacks after missing the win over the Bulldogs. Avrillo goes back to the centres. Feagai to the reserves. Jeremy Marshall-King and Max Plath are listed amongst the reserves, so they obviously won't be far away. For the Dragons, Luciano Leilu is named to start. Jaden Tui is out with an ankle injury. Fatona Mariner joins the bench. Tupulotu is back after missing last week's game. And surprisingly here, boys, now this is massive for those who are looking for that downgrade option. Nathan Lawson has held a spot on the wing, who is a dead cheapie, and they've actually dropped Tyrrell Sloan.
And he looked good last week, didn't he? He looked the goods last week. This boy is just fizzing to go, mate. I thought for a young fella, that's the one to get onto.
Yeah, if he's your ticket to upgrade into a Kolomatangi or a Leo Hopewadi, I'm all for it, to be honest with you. It's not for me. I won't be doing it, but I just don't trust the Dragons, to be honest with you. There's too many chopping and changing happening all the time with that team. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I tell you what, though, boys, the what I like about the Dogs this year is that they are prepared to give the younger fellas a bit of a shot, and then due to injury and I just suppose, of course, they've just run out of options, these kids are actually stepping up. Like I really did like the look of Loco Pacifica Tonga last week. I thought for a young fella, give him his 25 minutes, and he could be also another cheapy cashy generator. So Lawson and Loco Pacifica, I think that guys which have got boosts left, if they do want to still keep making a bit of money, maybe look for a little bit of buy coverage. The Dogs are pretty good. The Dargans are the ones to get onto, I think. They're smokies.
Young Hamish Stewart's done a great job for them at lock as well. So, they're looking all right. Brad, we're going to spook this name because we spook him most of the time. Toby Couchman. Dual position, as we know, 550K. The Dragons cover the 15 and 18 major buys. He played 80 last week coming back from injury. Looks like he's taken that Dylan Egan role. What's your thoughts on him?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, he's cheap enough, but I don't know. It's a matter if you've got room. I mean, I've got nothing but guns all across my centre second row, and I've got 4 guns up in my front row. So it's actually a battle this week. I'm almost tempted to. I'm at the point where I almost have to leave out Hudson Young. That's how stacked I am up there. So
that's almost blasphemy, leaving out Huddy Young. The guy knows how to double meaty up just like that, mate. You know, unbelievable.
I'm actually just thinking about moving on Zach Hoskins, to be honest with you. He's been pretty disappointing. You know, they don't play 15, and he's not playing 80 minutes either, Brad. As we saw on the weekend, he's only playing 69 minutes.
No, Zach Hoskins, the one that is for me on the chopping block. I just got to say, fellas, I love a bit of Nigella Lawson. Love her. Who wouldn't
Nigella. He bites.
Who wouldn't like a bit of Nigella? That's his name now, Nigella. So,
Nigella.
That's the old chef, isn't it?
Yes, she is a rather bodacious English chef. Yeah.
She actually has a very very cute accent too, as well.
She
just
does,
quietly.
Nigella, she likes a little bit of the nose candy, the old Nigella.
Anyway, presented right in front of her chest.
The ample chest it is too.
They photograph it so well. All right, let's get off Nigella. I guess.
Let's move on.
Off the nose onto the Sharks.
Hang on. Before we go on to that one, look, we've hardly gone over any of the things, right? Because I don't know whether anyone's been looking at it, right? And call me crazy, well, you know, like, because I'm a shit super coach, right? But, you know, teams are stacked better than they have been. As far as I can remember, at this stage of the year, everyone's teams are more stacked than they ever have been, right? But in the centre wings, I think if you don't have centre wings, which are all goal kickers, that you could be missing opportunities later down the track, running out of trades. So anyone going to seriously look at Jermaine Asako? I mean, he's just Mr. Consistent. He's not Mr., you know, like I'm an outstanding super coach every week in, week out. But he can ton up pretty regularly, kicking goals. I think for his price at the, you know, the high fives, there's some pretty good value there.
You're 100% right. It's just a matter of choice. If you like, if you've got room and you've got the ability to get him in, and but who are you going to move? I mean, Rob Toyer is still, you know, I think he might be negative break even again this week, so you can't move him on. It's just very hard. Look, I'm with you. The only problem with Asako is he does about 300s a year, but then he also does about 3 or 4 scores in the teens a year. So it's a matter of riding the roller coaster with him. He's not a big base man at all.
It's a no for me. It's a no for me. I just don't think he's got the upside of the other centre wings, to be honest with you. 559K. He's had 1 ton this year and some very average scores. He's only averaging 59, so you probably want more out of a bloke that's goal kicking than an average of 59. Very inconsistent. Like Brad said, his base is quite average. That's the thing. If I'm going to spend that sort of money, I want to have a centre wing who's got some decent base, Ted. That's the only thing for me.
Yeah, well, look, you know, I'm just still looking at things like coming up with the Sharks. They're still pretty skinny. Yeah, if you guys want to read the Sharks list out, I've got Stone Street and, you know, like there's a few other Sharks players I've got there, like a Ronaldo that doesn't seem like he's fit to play again. So plenty of options to think about there, though.
Ronaldo's still suspended. He's been rubbed out.
Righto. Pardon me. I didn't know that.
By being a Ronaldo.
He's an egg. Yeah, like he's a grub. You know, him and Luai, they are grubs, aren't they?
Not as big as a grub as what Munster is, though. But anyway, that's another story.
Roger. That's the alpha grub.
Sharks.
All right. Sharks versus the Warriors. So obviously, as we said, Bronny's out suspended. timely return for Sione Katoa. He comes back in from his shoulder injury. Teague Wilton is back. Billy Burns is gone for those who own him. He's out of the team. With the Warriors, heartbreaking news for them. Mitch Barnett, feel sorry for the bloke. ACL injury, gone for the season. Jackson Ford will start. Halasima has been promoted to the starting side with Kurt Capewell moving to the centres. Rocco Berry's out. Jacob Laban and Stowers Smith are the new faces on the bench. One bloke in this game I really regret not jumping on, and I feel like the ship's fucking sailed now, and that's bloody one Aaron Clark, boys. We talk about him every week. Mate, this bloke is an absolute machine.
Yeah, what do I say? We've said it all. Mate, I should have jumped on him like everyone else. We made an error there, didn't we? But anyway.
Yeah.
I just can't put any wahs in my team, you know, like when you live over here and it's all wah this and wah that, I just have to draw a line, and that's maybe why I'm a shit super coach, but, mate, you won't find me putting one wah in my team. If I was to put my sensible hat on, I'd probably have a look at Leka Halasima, because I think he's still priced at a pretty good price, and with a bit of a 60 to 70-minute roll there, I think he could be the one to get onto. I still think Aaron Clark is just it's only because Tohu isn't there. I think he's just overachieved this year, and the bubble will burst. It's like he just sort of reminds me of Reuben Cotter. Remember when it was all Reuben was the flavour of the month and he was the best thing since sliced cheese? Well, I think it sort of whiffs of a Reuben Cotter-like season, I think. Won't get me having him in my team, boys.
Look, Chris there. Chris has just put up the comment. Happy owner of Clark. Yeah, mate. As I said, you got one up on me. If I was going to go him, I missed the boat. The bloke was only ever a slug before. Every club.
Yeah, it's just a spud up on the coast, stinking it up like everyone else.
But he says his minutes were down last week, hoping if he plays more this week. I think he definitely will with the look and makeup of that bench.
Yeah,
I think they're in for a much better. I think his actually production this week will be quite good.
I think when they lost Barnett, it sort of threw the rotation out a bit too last week. I mean, even Vaymuga, Brad, got some decent minutes last week, as did Halasima. But yeah, he played 55 minutes, but he still scored 72. So, I mean, you can't be too unhappy about that. But, yeah, far out. Jackson Ford's another one, boys, if you're looking for a dual centre, second row, front row forward, 540K starting this week. I think he's very underrated player, Jackson Ford, too.
Yeah, very good for draft, another draft.
Yeah. Halasima, if you can get him in the draft as well, jump on him too. Check him for the waiver wires as well.
Absolutely.
You know what, boys, though? Seriously, talking draft, like, I only play in a few draft leagues. I'm in a couple of cashies, of course. But it's like, because we're playing with other guys that have got a vested interest in this, the waiver wire's got nothing on it, mate. These scraps are picked up, you know, like some of these commissioners have got, you know, benches which are way deep. And guys like you, Ross, and Braddo, and other listeners like Benny, and, you know, there's a few others out there that'll be listening. They scour through those every single day, and there's no scraps left on the wire.
That's it, mate. You got to do it, mate. Just remember, you can only have each draft can only have the one player, so you know, got to do what you can do.
Yeah. Now, Teddy, Tim O'Connor, Timmy, we actually belted Timmy out this week because he was going to come on, but I said we can't have 4 rude heads on a Tuesday show, so
can't do it. It's pedicure night for Tim anyway.
Oh
no, we've got to buff the yacht. We've got to buff the yacht. We've got to jib the spinnaker.
All right, Mikey McGaw from Mad Saints fan. He jumped in. Thanks for that, Mikey. And Chris is coming up with a cheapie to watch here. From Sharkies, depending on minutes, would be called. Oh, Jesse Cole.
Yeah, well, I guess with what's his name out for a couple of months, Big Tommy Hazelton. I haven't checked his price. I'm not sure what he's priced at. So, yeah.
That's not a bad shout out there, Chris. That's one to certainly sort of have a half a thought about there. Well, I like that. I'll go have a look at him. All right, Broncos versus.
Oh my God! This is this going to be one of those bludger of around games, Brad? Like, I mean, they're both shit teams. I mean, oh dear. All right, right, Broncos.
It's two disabled kids in the schoolyard trying to punch up on each other, isn't it?
Well, talking about that, Reece Walsh is back. He's back from finally finishing his eyebrows, so he's back at fullback.
Got his new mascara on.
Gobbo goes back to the wing. Dean Mariner drops out. Corey Jensen has been promoted to prop. With Pat Carrigan moving to lock. Hetherington to the bench. Piakura has been named to start with Xavier Willison going back to the bench. AJ Brimson has suffered a concussion. He's waiting for clearance from the NRL to play. He's listed as 18th man. Alan Fitzgibbon's been recalled on the wing. Philip Samisize to the centres. Jojo's out with a broken hand. Sean Mullaney's the new hooker. Sam Verrills is undergoing surgery for a broken hand. A new face on the bench is Ara Mahalu.
Yep.
There's nothing to like here. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, two teams that are absolutely horrible at the moment in form. I mean, the only one you probably really should own in this whole game is probably Payne Haas.
Yep.
It's probably maybe Bo Firma. Maybe. That's about it. Honestly. I mean, you've got this is how bad it is for the Broncos. They've got Brendan Piakura starting on an edge. What shit?
Hey, you know how I look at that game, boys, right? You've got Madge, who's been found out that he's not a very good coach. I mean, Madge can turn a good team into mud real quick. Everywhere he goes, Madge doesn't do very much. And I think that the Brisbane fans are going to finally turn on him because they'll realise we've been fooled. And then you've got Des, like the mad scientist. No, please don't like belittle scientists. He's just a madman, right? You know, he talks more rubbish than me. This is like the coach of the like spoon coach versus spoon coach, except for the Newcastle guy. Like, this is rubbish. I hate both teams. Anyway, that's how I feel about this game.
I forgot to mention Tino. People should probably own Tino, but yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Ooh, Timmy.
Smoky. It's not really a Smoky, is he? I mean, really, anyone would be better than KP at this point in time. Even Omni would be a better option than him.
I'm not sure he's been smoking, Timmy. There you go. I don't know about that one. That's a bit wild. I'm not paying
$700K for a 5/8. No, thank you.
For a crab. He's a crab. He's a crustacean. You don't pay $700,000 for crustaceans.
I'm more than happy to keep my lock. I'm happy with my Metcalf, but thank you though. That's fine. All good.
Yeah, he's just so expensive. 700. What is he? 760, 780?
No, 701.
Oh, 701.
And he's got a break even of 80 as well, so he might not even make that this week. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Timmy says he's going to be there at the game. We expect a live cross, Timmy. Okay, so give us a live cross to let us know how the weather is going. Hopefully it's nice and dry there for you. We know you hate to get a wet bum.
We got plenty of them at Suncorp at Magic Round. Don't worry about that.
Oh, yeah, it rained on us a bit. All right, Canberra at home. With a bunch of players here facing records, and I think isn't Papali'i getting his 300 and billion?
Yeah, Papali'i's 319th game, so he's going to break the record. I think it was held by, was it Croker? I think.
Yep.
And I believe it's the 100th game for Matt Tomoko and also someone else as well. Who was it? There was another one. Someone else was 100 games as well. It might have been Horse, I think. Yeah.
The Horse.
Yeah. Anyway, so Papali's been named to start in his record-breaking game. Horse moves to the lock. Morgan Smithy's back to the bench. Jamal Fogarty's back after missing last week with a groin issue. South's 2 big ins for them. Jack Whiten and Cody Walker are back from injuries. Whiten into the centres. Tass moves to the wing, and then Bentley Hape drops out. Jaden Sullivan goes back to the bench. Jod Gray drops to the reserves. And Liam LeBlanc joins the bench after playing 18th man last week. Brad, question.
Yeah.
Horse is highly traded out this week. What's your thoughts? He did play pretty average minutes last week. I think he only played about 40 minutes, which I think was a bit disappointing considering, he's trying to put in a claim for, a spot for Queensland in Origin team. But what's your thoughts on selling Horse this week?
Oh, look, I don't mind it. He's really peaked, hasn't he? He's not going to get much more cash. Certainly not going to get any. It's not like he's a century maker. So, if he hits 90 points, you'd be, you're flat out. Mind you, he's been very, very good. So maybe take the cash while you can and, keep firming up your team elsewhere. So I don't mind it, especially seeing as how he's almost certainly going to be playing Origin. It makes sense. Why not?
What do you think about selling Hoskins, Brad? As we spoke about, what's your thoughts on him?
I think I'm very much all over that one. I think he's delivered you with a nice cash bonus. I think he's probably trying to cash in now. There's a few other second rowers that are looming at nice price. People like Nakora up in the Sharks game. I think he plays all the buys now that they've had a buy themselves, that they've got a really good run going forward. There's a few others there in the second row, probably.
The ones like the ones we mentioned, Toby Couchman, Jackson Ford. There's a few options there. The one that I wouldn't be avoiding and I really liked is Jack Williams, just for the fact that they don't play 15 or 18. So if you're an overall player, I wouldn't be going anywhere near Jack Williams. I do like him, though. He's a good price, but and obviously Keon's highly traded in again this week. Well done to those who got on last week. I didn't. 687K now. Far out, Brad. He was so good on the weekend as well. 80 minutes, playing front row, scored a try. I think he finished with about 120 points. You own him, Ted? You got Big Ted? You got Colin Matangi?
Nah, that's the one that I can't have them all, I suppose. I was really close to getting him last week, and I tried to outthink the room, and I went, no, I'm just going to roll in a sneaky Ewan Aitken there because I thought that he's sneaky good, but it just went Colo's way last week. Really like to see Aitken step up this week and see what he can do. I like his DPP. But this team that Sticky's got going on down there, boys, are they going to win it this year? Is this the team which can do it? Call me crazy, but I reckon that they could be in there with a real shot.
Yeah, I'm not writing them off, but I just, oh God, I don't want to. I had them in the bottom 8 this year at the start of the season, but I think they've got that balance across the board. Brad and I speak about Tamale. He was your PPM beast of the week. The bloke is just a machine. What was it, 95? Without really many attacking stats, no tries. They've got a good combination of halves with Strange and Fogarty, which I think Fogarty they'll definitely miss next year for sure. And then you look at it, Starling, Tarpany, Young, Hoskins, and Horse. And a very strong, damn strong bench to go with it. So they've definitely got the coverage there for sure across the board. There's no doubt about that, and I think they will be a top 4 team.
I thought even with Ethan Sanders there, they aren't really going to miss Fogarty too much next year.
I'm not so sure. They'll miss Fogarty's kicking game 100%. He's one of the best general play kickers in the game with right up there with Reynolds, DCE and guys like that. So they will miss him. I'm not saying
Sticky
Sanders
will
is a
have
bad
something up
player,
his
but I
sleeve.
think- yeah, so right.
Looks like it looks like Joy Gray's gone back to the under-15s for the round too. That's good to
Yeah,
see. I
well,
don't
I
think there's
mean-
any room for little men in the game.
Does that mean that Tim's not going to be playing?
Oh, no, Tim can run the oranges and that, but
God, big classic. Oh my
I
goodness.
just don't like little men, like little Cody. He just reminds me of a little, like, fun-sized Cody in that, speed bumps. Because when the big real footy players get them, they just ragdoll them. And, sure, the little guys can get under their feet like a flea, but I don't think there should be room in the game for them, personally.
I got a 12-year-old that's going to be 13 soon, Ted, and she's just about as tall as what he is. So
Well, mate, you can always be like Tom Cruise, like film them from that angle, stand them on some like boxes of beer and that, so they look taller.
Yeah.
All right, next game.
All right, next game, Tigers and the Panthers. So the Tigers, Latu Fainu returns from his injury on the bench. Skelton's back from his hamstring injury. Alex Twell's out with concussion. Seafast shifts to lock. Sukar promoted to the back row. Brent Naden and Charlie Staines have been dropped. Kit Latawi is on the bench. And back rower Charlie Murray makes his debut off the bench for the Tigers. And for the Panthers, no changes. If you got Cleary, just put the C on him now. Don't even think about changing it. Just lock it in, Eddie. That's all I can say because he's going to go massive this game.
I agree. I've got Teddy, and I'm not sure I'm going to vice captain yet. One of the Manly or one of the Storm or somebody. I wish I could have 2 or 3 vice captains, but not sure. But
Rossco, I've just got a quick question for you, right? Just what about this, right? If you're a Drinkwater owner, do you flip him to like Cleary if you don't own Cleary for the week? Is Drinkwater going to go bananas? Is that sideways? Like Cleary surely should be a must-have, eh?
Well, I mean, he really did nothing on the weekend and got 87 in that game against Parramatta. God forbid if he actually starts to... And he looked dangerous too, couple of 40-20. His kicking game was back. I'm pretty sure Brad agree. I couldn't fault trading Drinky to Cleary if you've got him in the flex. I mean, look, Cleary's going to outscore Drinky this week at least anyway, and maybe longer. And you could probably get, Drinky back in 2 to 3 weeks' time at a much cheaper price too and bank some cash.
Yeah.
So I don't hate it. I don't know. What do you think, Brad?
I like your trade. I think it's not sideways. Definitely not.
No, definitely.
But you are getting rid of a fullback for a halfback, but at least it'll
kicking
probably
halfback.
If you've got a cheap halfback up there, at least it allows there's a couple of them out there that they can earn some more money before you move Cleary back up. But you got to wonder why people sold Cleary in the first place. It's only been 2 or 3 weeks since people got on a mad sell of him, going, he's going to be out for all these games in Origin and that sort of thing. It was always a hold, but I don't know.
I looked at it. I looked at it, Ted, and then I slapped myself in the face and gone, no, I'm not doing it.
No, well, I looked at it and I went, what the hell? I'm doing it anyway. My season's just ruined, so I'm just doing it. You're gone. Bin the chin, I've gone. And then I've, got Metcalf. But, I've just got to get him back in. So it's probably Drinky to the chin. Now, hey, I know Sangster listens because Sangster's always on the, comments. Here's a question for Sangster. When's Heath Mason going to become a 5'8" fullback?
He won't. He's only played 1 game there.
Oh, well, so does it take 4 games, Ross? So, by round 16, 17, he should be...
It's supposed to be 3 or 4, but he'll probably be back to the bench or somewhere else after this game. Latu Fainu will come straight into that 5'8" position. I think they're reasoning him back, coming back from an injury. So I'd expect Mason to probably go to the bench or out of the team after this week.
Yeah, well, these are, this is about the level of guy that's left in any draft league which I'm left with, like that's about the level of scrap which is out there. So I think I'll avoid him.
Yeah.
All right. Timmy has said, hey, Ted, Alfie went all right. Just quietly, JT and Cronk could play and went pretty good for the little bloke. So he's given it to you there, Ted. Benny, g'day, Benny. Thanks for tuning in, man. Cleary has a shit few weeks in terms of a draw, Ted.
Does he?
Basically what we were saying a minute ago, that he does have a and people sold him a couple of weeks ago for that exact reason. That's probably the one problem about going back to him, is that you are going to be quite a lot of weeks out.
I beg to differ. All right, I'm just going to tell you why. So he's got Tigers this week. He's got Warriors round 16, which he may not play because it is short backup after Origin in New Zealand. They go the Bulldogs. Yes, that's a tough game, but then it goes Parramatta, South, Tigers, Titans, and Newcastle. So if you do not have Nathan Cleary come round 19, you are in big trouble. I'm telling you now.
Well, Nathan, g'day, Nate. Thanks very much for tuning in. Nathan said Cleary won't score more than a drinky over the Origin period.
Of course he's not going to, because Cleary's playing Origin. Of course he's not going to.
Well, then,
g'day, Nathan. By the way, I hope you enjoyed your trip over to Japan as well with the fan bam. It was nice to see you at Magic Round 2.
Well, then you should, based upon that logic that he's putting up there, you should hold on to Drinky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't Drinky get a 14 a couple of weeks ago?
No, not Drinky. No.
He upgraded at the last minute. He was on 14 and then he went
down. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's right. He was on 20-something and he went down to 14. Yeah.
That's when I deleted the app for the weekend and then have to reinstall it, when you know what I mean.
But his lowest score before that game was like 60.
Yeah. Sort of like what a Hamish Stewart's been pumping out for 198,000.
Yeah.
Nathan, he said it was 14, so he sort of backed that up. All right. Is there anything more in this game we need to discuss?
No, I mean, not really.
No.
I mean, no.
So really. Does this mean now that Jenkins is going to be outside Tago?
Well, he was outside. He was outside Casey. No, they always swap it, Brad. They always swap it. To'o always changes to the other side. They name him there, but he always plays the left. So it'll be McLean inside of Jenkins.
And McLean won't pass it because he's just too hungry and greedy and he just don't know how to pass the ball.
He won't pass it, but he'll kick it.
Yeah, so Jenkins is almost a sell.
So I think most people, it looks like if you're going to go on consensus, most people think it's a crazy trade. I can see it's got merit, but Nathan also said Cleary could do a shoulder before round 19, so maybe just wait and see. And Benny, of course, he said Cleary got it too, so don't worry about Drinky's 14.
And a shout out to Benny G, mate. A shout out to Benny G, boys. Man, love the Benny G.
Good stuff.
After the game that Cowboys play this week, Brad, at Melbourne, they are in Queensland for 6 of the next 7 games. They're in Queensland, the Cowboys. Ooh. Not all at home, but there's a game at Seabus and a game at Suncorp. So realistically, you're going to want Drinky as well. You're going to want them both. Let's be honest. Interesting.
It's a hard one. All right, a bloody Monday night game, which I really a Monday Arvo game. Anyway, I know it's a public holiday in some places, so New South Wales being one. So what do we got here, Ross?
Right, Lachlan Galvin, not named in the extended squad. He's probably going to play New South Wales Cup most likely. Critter's back, Max King's back, Kurt Mann's back. Carraz is back from his calf injury as well. Sila Fafika is back as well. And for the Eels, Pincini returns from concussion. Jordan Samarani moves to the bench. Unlucky for those who bought him in last week because he was highly traded in. And Papali'i drops to 18th man. Tuolangi's been named to start with Moridi coming off the bench, but they did swap during the game last week. What do we think on this one? This is going to be a very defensive game from the Dogs. I expect them to win this game pretty comfortably, to be honest with you. I thought Para were pretty average last week against Penrith. I mean, Dogs coming off a bye will be pretty fresh. I mean, they get a lot of Origin players back. Carraz is a massive in for them too. So, obviously, another one to keep an eye on for those who are looking for a centre wing. I'll be pretty keen to look at getting him back in at some stage. I've never owned him this season, but I think he's a great option as well, boys.
Just quickly, Benny G says it's time for an intervention.
Thanks, Benny. Thanks, Benny. I won't do it, mate. I won't do it just to say thanks. I won't do it, mate. Thank you, boy.
Come on.
Para by 13.
Oh, God.
Not such a good grass there at the moment because I tell you what. Mate,
I tell you what.
No, wait, you know what? I'm going to defend Benny here because when I'm looking at this, boys, a 5'8" combination of Burton and Sexton compared to a combination of Brown and Moses, I like Brown and Moses all day, every day compared to a Burton and Sexton combination. I mean, Sexton's only there holding the spot. I don't know. I really think Parramatta's got a better chance than what you're giving them. I can't see it all being one-way Dogs. Dogs have shown that they're fallible in the second part of this season. They come out of the blocks pretty good, but I reckon Para's got a pretty good sniff.
Go and compare to the rest of the team. Go compare the forwards and the benches and then come back and tell me he's got the better team.
I don't know. Well, there could be a stake bet on that then, Rossco. There could be an easy multi on that then.
Look at the forwards for the Dogs against the forwards for the Eels. I mean, come on, tell them Katoga, Kulangi, Junior Paulo, Jack Smith. Come on. Geez.
And I tell you what, you could have 10 of them and just give me one Zach Lomax on an angry day, and Zach will do it all, mate. Fair dinkum, he'll do it all.
Yes.
Look, what I would suggest is that going to happen here. I think 13 plus is Madman's material. This is going to be a defensive game. The Dogs all year have been defensive. Juggernaut. If Para get 2 or 3 tries, you'd be lucky. So if you got to have a same game multi, avoid this game. Avoid it because there ain't going to be many tries scored in this. It's going to be a defensive. I can see the Bulldogs, particularly at home. Is it a Belmore?
It is a Belmore. It's an A call.
Any team with Marcelo Montoya, the spud in it, mate, I'm backing Parramatta, not 13 plus. I'd take him 21 plus, mate. Seriously, Montoya.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, Ted.
Davey, somebody's giving you a bit of a rap there, Ted, saying you've got a voice for radio. I don't know if that means
where's Biggest Dickus?
I don't know. Biggest Dickus will appear soon. What Dogs got? Florida King. It's how they defend. They're going to... Carraz, you're right. I've got my eye firmly on him. I did sell him, but I sold him at the pick.
Well, I will say one thing, 798K with a break-even of about 130, so don't get on him this week. Just give him a week or two before you jump on.
He loves Humphreys. No, we've gone past that game, Davey.
We do not love Humphreys.
He loves Humphries. Benny G's, I'm a Para fan, and I can't even see 21 plus. Yeah, no.
Have faith, Benny.
Well, Dickers is having a break. Okay.
Biggest is having a break today, so he's you won't see.
Hello,
Biggest.
David. Hello, Dave.
Yeah, I think
yep.
is not a jump on yet. Certainly, you wait 1 or 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Or you have to jump on Carraz. I'll have to go have a look at their buy schedule, but yeah, certainly I wouldn't be jumping on right now.
Yeah. God, stop it. Seriously. Shout out to just a quick shout out to our sponsors, Wedgetail Golf as well. Go check out wedgetailgolf.com.au. Brad, you've got one of the hats. They do some great hats. They do shirts. They do that sort of stuff too. And also quick shout out to Sam Walker, who's making his return from injury this week for the Roosters in New South Wales Cup. It's good to have you back, Sam, and good luck for the weekend.
Benny, it looks like he's Carraz is up against
Adokar.
He's up against Adokar there. So,
yeah. Russell's playing centres. So yeah.
And blokes, let me chime in just here with this. Just a shout out to all the blokes in the $100 Legends chat. Also, smash the like, smash the subscribe, share us, do the right thing by the podcast, help the algorithm. And it's been a pleasure, boys. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Teddy, for coming on.
No, it's been a lot of fun, mate. It's been a good ride. Any trades this week? I'm saving trades. Somebody did ask that question earlier, so I apologise for not putting that one up. I was going to go back to it.
I'll probably be boring and save a trade.
Yeah.
Trades. I was thinking of Drinky to Cleary until Benny G's done his intervention. Don't know what I'm going to do, boys. Don't know what I'm going to do. Probably going to bring Isako in. I love Isako. I need me a piece of the Dolphins.
Big Ted, who's your halfbacks?
Oh, I've got myself currently at the moment. I've got Hugo Savala and Nico. But I can easily roll Savala up into the second row and bring in Nathan without selling Drinky.
I would be selling Savala, and the only reason why I say that is that if Sam Walker will probably be back in the first grade team next week, which means Savala will be most likely gone.
Oh, that's a nice heads up, Rossco. That could be a way I have to look at it.
Well, it's either him or Sandon Smith that's going to end up missing out. So
I'm definitely looking at those cheapies out of the Dargans, that Lawson fella, and maybe that Farlolo guy. Don't know, but there's some good downgrades. Don't know which way I'm going to go, but I think Cleary, I think Chin Senior said that he's definitely not going to go over and visit Jed over in Auckland here. So he's definitely going to miss out a couple of games over the next few weeks. But against the Tigers next week, I don't know. He could do absolutely anything. I think he's a must-have this week, boys.
I think Nigella should be a very popular one, given the fact that Tyrrell Sloan has been dropped for Nigella. So, Nigella Lawson, folks.
Nice one.
Yeah.
All right. So, we got anything more, guys?
No, that's it for me.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. There's an awful lot of you out there. Too many, Chris. Benny G, thanks for your bits. David London, thank you very much. I know Biggest is hiding out somewhere. Chris, Shauno, Nathan, yeah, good on you, Nate. Who else did we have? We had Mikey McGaw, the Mad Saints man. Thank you very much, Mikey, for popping in. Thank you very much, everybody. We always love the support. Until Sunday, this week
Monday
night because there's a bloody Monday game. So it'll be Monday night. We'll do our next round wrap and we'll have a look at all the action that's transpired over the weekend. Don't forget to watch all the socials. We always got Ross is really good at putting up the late mail there and the late ins and outs. So do keep a watch out for that. And don't worry, we don't put gurus. No, not gurus. Who was it? The mole. Was it the mole?
Yeah, we don't provide fake information like the mole.
Yeah, we won't be putting up that fake information.
No
mole
deal.
generally. So
And only the ones from Islington. Watto knows about them. Anyway, blokes, smash like and subscribe. Love you. See you next week.
see you later, people.
Cheers.